Fellas, listen up, because this video could save you hours of chasing, endless confusion, and just plain wasted emotions. I want to talk about something universal: how to recognize when a woman just isn't that interested in you. Trust me, this is an essential skill, especially when feelings get involved and your brain's screaming, "But I thought we were clicking." Here's the thing: most guys miss these signs because they're too hopeful. They want it to work so badly that they ignore the signals, and that's how you end up pouring your heart into someone who's just giving you crumbs while keeping real connection out of reach. You start rationalizing her coldness, telling yourself maybe she's just shy, maybe she's overwhelmed, or maybe she just needs a little more time. But deep down, your gut knows the truth, and it's time to trust that instinct. So let's break down what I've seen so many guys go through, my friends, guys I've coached, and even me in the past. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to watch for, how to respond, and how to free yourself from people who aren't even noticing your absence. First, let's talk about the classic, when she's hard to reach or doesn't bring energy to conversations. When someone is genuinely interested, your phone lights up. She texts first, she replies promptly, she asks questions. But if what you're getting are delayed responses, hours or even days, or just a quick hey or emoji when you've written paragraphs, let's call it what it is. She's not interested. Sure, she might tell you she's busy or apologize, but the truth is, when people care, they make the time. This isn't about availability, it's about priority. You're supposed to be a priority, not whenever I feel like it option. When she treats you as someone she can text later or worse, forget entirely, she's not valuing you. And honestly, that sucks, but also that means it's time to step back and stop chasing. You've got better things to do than wait around hoping someone makes room for you in their life. Next, you throw out future plans, saying, "Let's do dinner this weekend. How about a concert next month?" And what do you get? Vague answers. Maybe, I don't know yet. I'll let you know. If she keeps that pattern going, always non-committal, or worse, ghosting your invites, you're being kept around in case everything else falls through. Again, not a priority. Someone who's into you would say, "Yes, that sounds fun," or at least give you a clear reason she can't make it and offer another date. That kind of communication means she sees you and values your time. If you're doing all the inviting and she's never locking in, that's emotional babysitting. It's exhausting. You deserve someone excited to hang out, not someone who texts you only when she feels like it. Let's dig a little deeper. What's running behind the scenes? Let's talk conversations that go absolutely nowhere. If you're the one doing all the talking, sharing stories, checking in, opening up, and she never mirrors any real vulnerability in return, that's another sign. Connection isn't just about chit-chat, it's about emotional exchange and curiosity. What about your childhood? What are your goals? What do you really care about? But if all you get is surface talk, her day at work, jokes that never connect, you're basically talking to a wall. And that wall could be her guard. If she doesn't ask questions, doesn't remember things you said, doesn't want to know your inner world, it's not that she's shy or busy, it's that she's not invested. Nobody owes you emotional intimacy, but if she isn't contributing to it, why are you giving yours? Let's also be honest about how that feels. You put in the time, you share your thoughts, maybe even tell her about your dreams or your struggles, and she responds with a nod or a smiley face emoji. That hurts, even if you try not to show it. You can't build something real with someone who's only halfway there. Now let's get physical. We talk about chemistry, attraction, physical closeness being a huge part of whether things will move forward. Watch for those subtle cues: lean in, playful touches, flirting, eye contact. If she's stiff around you, leaning back when you lean forward, avoiding even light contact, that's a big clue. It doesn't mean she hates you or anything, it just means the chemistry isn't there. People naturally act more open and relaxed around people they've got feelings for. If she keeps her hands to herself, she might be trying to keep things at a safe, friendly distance. That's fair, but you should take it as a sign, not hope it changes. Physical closeness isn't everything, but it says a lot. You want to be with someone who lights up when you enter the room, someone who can't help but lean closer when you speak. If she's always creating space between you, that's a message. You just have to be brave enough to hear it. Finally, this might sting, but one of the clearest signs she's not into you is if she talks frequently about other men, crushes, guys she's dating, guys at work she turns to for emotional support. When someone is into you, they usually don't do that. They don't want you to feel like competition is a better option. But if she's casually dropping other names in conversation, oh, my friend Dave said, or, Tom invited me, she's sending a message. And that message is, I've got options. You're just one of them. If you already feel like an option, then you are one. You might try to convince yourself she's just being honest, or maybe she's testing your confidence. But let's stop lying to ourselves. If someone was truly invested in exploring something with you, they wouldn't put you in a position where you're constantly questioning whether you're enough. Okay, so you've spotted these signs. Now here's what you can do. Step 1, don't take it personally. It hurts, especially if you care, but what she's showing isn't a reflection of your worth, it's her choice. So stop second guessing yourself endless days and nights. You don't need a list of excuses she might tell herself later. You need clarity now. Step 2, lull back. Not because you're angry or playing games, but because you respect yourself. Backing away isn't about punishment, it's self-preservation. Go do your thing. Call friends, start that new project, hit the gym, take a trip. When you stop making yourself available to someone who isn't proving that you matter, you start to matter more to them and to yourself. Step 3, keep your self-talk real. You don't need an origin story of why did she change or what went wrong. Just repeat to yourself, she doesn't feel this, that's okay. I deserve someone who does. It's not a blow to your ego, it's clarity. Letting go doesn't mean admitting defeat. It means raising your standard. Step 4, watch what happens. Sometimes pulling back and giving space changes the dynamic. Suddenly, she realizes your absence and texts first, or offers to lock in that dinner. That shift might be enough for you to consider reopening, but don't leap at it. Don't go from being distant to desperate. Ease back in with dignity. See if her behavior has changed. If she's truly interested, she'll step up. If not, maybe you have enough closure to walk on without looking back. And step 5 is acceptance. You may never know why she didn't reciprocate, but acceptance doesn't need answers. It just needs readiness. Readiness to move on, to connect with someone who's equally excited, to feel reciprocal energy again. Look, none of this is cruel, it's real talk. Most guys don't want to face it, they'd rather scramble for approvals. But being aware of these signals and acting on them is not just self-respect, it's a smart relationship strategy. You aren't settling, you aren't giving up, you're choosing better. Here's a little bonus. Once you get good at spotting this early and controlling your response, something magical happens. Your intuition kicks in. You start knowing who's interested before hours of text investing. You're more relaxed because you're not hanging on every read notification. You show up as the confident, self-funded man you are, not as a boy waiting for permission. And there's another side to all of this. When you stop chasing women who aren't showing up for you, you free up space in your life for the ones who will. You begin to attract better energy, healthier interactions, and more fulfilling relationships. That peace you feel from no longer begging for scraps, that's what makes you powerful. That's what makes you magnetic. Women can feel when a man is at peace with himself, when he doesn't need to prove anything. That's the kind of presence that speaks louder than any pickup line ever could. So remember, phone energy, future plans, emotional depth, body language, and third-party name drops, they tell the story before she even realizes it's written. Learn to read it and back off with grace. You don't need explanations, promises, or weekly runarounds. You just need to know when to focus on people who match your energy. Because you're not here to fill up someone else's calendar. You're here to build something meaningful, and that means being with someone who's all in. Now, your move isn't complicated. It's simple. See it, respect it, walk away from it. Then invest your energy where it matters. The right connections will be loud, excited, and clear. No guessing, no chasing, no wasted heartbeats. That's what you deserve. Go live like it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.